Manchester City have the opportunity to make history tonight by winning the Champions League for the first time ever. Pep Guardiola's side travel to Istanbul to take on Internazionale, hoping to banish the memories of 2 years ago when they lost out to Chelsea in the 2021 finals. The Blues are on the cusp of winning the treble. The Premier League title has already been sealed. The FA Cup has also been won. City have never won the treble. They have the opportunity to do that as well tonight. The European Cup has been a trophy that has eluded the Blues. They take on the Italian giants in a game that won't be easy, but City will be fighting until the end. The game is underway. Manchester City going from right to left. You know the drill by now. Sky blue shirts, white shorts. Inter in the Nero Azzurri, the blue and black. On over to the left. First throw-in of the game. It was a wayward ball out. Away by Nathan Ake, back into the starting lineup today. Kyle Walker had been declared fit, but has a slight problem with his back. Pep Guardiola opts to leave him on the bench today. Grealish playing on the left wing today for Manchester City. What a great season it's been for him, his second campaign with the Blues. This one threaded through for Haaland. Haaland's strike goes over, the offside flag is up. Kevin De Bruyne is only 2 assists away from 30 for the season in all competitions. Haaland couldn't quite keep on side there. Again comes for the ball, it's with Kevin De Bruyne. He had a disappointing first Champions League final. Went off injured against Chelsea. Here comes Gundogan. Gundogan lays it off. Stones steps over the ball. It's Rodri over to the right. Bernardo Silva still shuffling in. Nobody wants to make the challenge as Bernardo Silva shoots wide. Intercepted here, and this could be dangerous for Manchester City. It's 4-on-4. Played inside to Brozovic. And the strike goes over. The move breaks down, but Brozovic and Lautaro Martinez had provided a warning for Manchester City. The interception was there from Di Marco. Questions about the condition of the pitch. It has been watered ahead of the game. Then we had the tarpaulin put on for the band to play. That effort well wide. Edison was stranded. Barella couldn't take advantage. And the words from Guardiola is relax. Edison had taken that just out of the reach of Stones with the pass. She looks up and assesses his options. Slick passing work from Manchester City here. Haaland's through on goal! And it's saved by Onana. 12 goals so far in the Champions League for Erling Haaland. Only denied here by the well-positioned Inter goalkeeper. He saves without really knowing too much about that. Foden is being briefed. Kevin De Bruyne will have to go off. He tried to play on for 5 minutes or so, and it's deja vu all over again. It's the cruelest of luck for Kevin De Bruyne. That's up by Bernardo Silva. Left-footed strike goes just over the top. That was left for Edison by Akanji. He didn't realise that there was a runner behind him. Gundogan and Grealish combine. Lifting the ball in, there's the header over the top. It was Ruben Diaz who got too much underneath. Gundogan steps over the ball, keeps it in play, plays to Foden. Several players were queuing up, but possession is the key factor for Manchester City. Akanji in the first half had struck from there. This time around, plays to Bernardo Silva. It's come loose and fired into the net by Rodri. Manchester City take the lead at the Champions League final, and it's Rodri who blasts the ball home for the most important of goals. Akanji was so clever. In the first half, he'd struck from that distance. In the second, he eyes up the pass, it's cut back. Loose ball here, and it will drop onto the line. It's one of the saves of the season from Edison. A quite tremendous stop from the Brazilian. Lukaku, two City defenders in front of him, gets the shot away, but Edison mans his near post. Foden with a brilliant turn. Foden is still going, and he's denied by the goalkeeper. It would have been one of the greatest Champions League final goals of all time. Everybody back for Manchester City to defend. Another cross in. Gundogan does the job first of all, and the follow-up shot goes over the crossbar. Gosens will try another cross. It's over to the back post. Crowd of bodies convene by the penalty spot. That goes over to the back post. Gosens with the header. It's nodded towards the line, and it's turned out of play. Edison didn't know too much about the save that he made. It ricochets around, and the final touch is out of play for a corner. They have to keep their focus in the closing seconds of the game. Here's Lukaku. Lukaku with a strike wide. It will be taken by Di Marco, who stepped up in this second half. Half cleared, and that is struck off target. It's Barella. Here comes the corner, flicked on. Edison saves! And Manchester City win the Champions League! Rodri's goal in the second half gives Manchester City that long-awaited European Cup. First-time winners of the competition in a tactical battle in Istanbul. Manchester City are the champions of Europe for 2022-2023. The Blues complete the treble after winning the Premier League and the FA Cup. The Champions League was the one trophy missing from the collection. It has been a while coming, but it has been worth the wait. Manchester City, European champions.
That's where you had something to say.
Hello and welcome to Hong Kong. Welcome back to Hong Kong. It's time for Matchday Live, and you can see I'm joined by two men who are having the time of their lives here. Scott, Carson, Shaun Wright-Phillips. Shaun, how you feeling?
Can I say something? I think Scott's got something to say.
I'm just buzzing that FG's wearing the same coloured socks as the lads today.
We're 30 seconds into the show. All right, we'll address it later on when we need to, but you're looking very smart yourself, Scott. Thank you very much. A bit of context for you. I came down in the club T-shirt and shorts expecting the guys to be on the same page as me. There's a reason they've gone very far in their careers and I'm just a presenter. And that's because you looked the part, both of you, ran upstairs, got changed, forgot that I still had white socks on. Might as well just tell everyone. But anyway.
Are they Puma as well?
They are Puma, yeah, because I'm on brand.
You're all right, you're fine. No, we'll let him off now.
No worries, I can get the Puma badge out for you. There you go.
Now.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Listen, we're going to be reviewing everything we've been doing so far here in Hong Kong. As you can tell, it's been a lot of fun. It is Enzo Maresca's first game for Manchester City here. The players are behind us. They're taking it all in. The stadium is as impressive as anything. Arguably more impressive when there's more people in. Yesterday's turnout was amazing, but you can already look and sense that today's going to be bigger.
Yeah, most definitely. Me and Scott had to do something this afternoon before we came here, and you could see that the atmosphere, the crowd, everything's growing. It's a walk around the corner from the hotel, the Dorset, I think it was called. So you know it's going to be packed in there, and I think that they're excited just as much as the players and me and Scott are.
I mean, Scott, we've had a lot of fun so far here in Hong Kong. What's been your highlight?
I think thinking about it now, the atmosphere even yesterday for training, we were talking on the way here yesterday, and we weren't sure how many people was going to turn up, what it was going to be like, and I don't think we could have been any more wrong. So obviously that was great. Obviously seen some pandas and
they were brilliant, weren't they?
And then obviously feeding some penguins. It's not experiences that you get to do every day.
You're probably wondering about pandas and various other things that Scott's saying and saying, what on earth is he talking about? So we'll stop it there for a moment and we'll show you exactly what we were talking about, because here is what happened in Hong Kong on day one with Scott, Shaun and myself. Hello everyone, FG here, and you can see I'm surrounded by two legends, Shaun Wright-Phillips, Scott Carson. We're at Ocean Park, Hong Kong. Do you know what we're doing today, Scott?
Apparently we've got a chance to see some pandas.
Some pandas. Now listen, quick question, Shaun. Have you ever been around pandas before?
Yeah, one of them my good friend.
Oh. Scott? You're not calling me a panda. Listen, we're going to have a lot of fun whilst we're on this tour, of course. Great to be here with these guys. What are your expectations? Like, is there anything that you want us to do? Obviously, you're new on the tour with us. This is like your first time on tour with Matchday Live properly. Balls in your court.
I'm just buzzing to be out the hotel. Normally, as a player, you're just in the hotel and you go to the ground and then back to the hotel. So I'm actually buzzing to see things.
So Scott's happy to be outside. We're going to go and see some pandas. First time for Matchday Live, where it's just going to be two legends and a panda. Had a bit of a makeover, you, hadn't you?
Yeah.
New glasses.
Sometimes you've got to try new things in life, and this was just one of them, to be honest with you,
I'm just getting to the point where I'm thinking that you might be launching a TikTok account soon, because they're actually Ray-Bans that are actually filming.
Don't know what you're talking about.
So, at what point do you actually declare to us that you are filming through your sunglasses?
Well, if you're standing beside me, you're in my personal space anyway, so I can film you.
Yeah, it's good luck, that.
This is normal. Nice. This is normal. Look at home in the kitchen. I'm a bit nervous now after seeing it eat the bamboo stick.
So is the panda going to come in?
Yes, the panda's going to come out later, but we have to go first. We have to leave this place.
Oh, okay. Scott,
I told you about the bamboo shoot. I told you.
You can see I'm here with Elkie. Elkie, first things first. Let's just talk about your job. What is your official title then? So what is your job?
My job is to take care of our giant pandas here in Ocean Park, Hong Kong.
It's got to be like one of the best jobs in the world, right?
Yes, I think so. Personally, I think so.
Surreal, really, isn't it? It's really cool. To be fair, I did request to come here the last time I was here to launch the pre-season, so it's a very good experience. I'm enjoying it.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it? It's not every day you see a few pandas, so it's a great experience.
Do you think you could eat bamboo like that, Scott?
Well, you've seen my teeth. There's probably half a chance I could get through one, but not as quick as the pandas.
All right, that is a wrap. Ocean Park. We've just seen the pandas. I think they're somewhere still behind us. Sean, what have you made of today?
Wicked experience. It's something you see on TV and you wish you could be close to it, get a feel as to what it's like, and we got to do that today, didn't we?
Mate, unbelievable.
Behind the scenes and everything.
And you said that it was something off your bucket list. And where does it rank as we see the pandas behind us having a bit of a wrestle? Like, yeah. I think you used to wrestle with a few people in the dressing room.
Well, it's been known me and Gundo's had a couple of wrestles, and I think I'm the dominant one, like this one here.
Well, we'll let Gundo answer to that. But anyway, we're checking out of Ocean Park. Scott, Sean, thank you guys. On to the next thing. Yeah, what a perfect line to end with. You're the dominant one when you're fighting Gundo. I mean, you're losing the battle against the flies at the minute, though, aren't you, Scott?
I was just laughing because at least you've come looking like a panda today, so we're all right.
That clearly carries on from my statement on the day when we went to Ocean Park.
So you've genuinely, you're admitting to dressing like a panda?
Yeah, no, I just felt like you're my panda friend.
Listen, this is going to be absolutely carnage whilst we're here. As you can tell, we've had so much fun so far in Hong Kong, and I want to touch on it again. The support here, Scott. You've been here before in a few years ago on a pre-season tour. How much have you seen the growth of the club over the years? Because you look at the stadium and 80-90% of them are wearing City shirts.
Yeah, it's massive, and I think that's the biggest thing. I think probably 5 or 6 years ago it probably would have been 50-50 with our old rivals in red, but I think especially younger generations definitely all blue, and you've only got to look around here today and see how much the supports came on over here. Yeah,
absolutely, and of course a massive shout out to everyone in the UK watching the game in unheard of times. I mean, the beauty of it is it's not too bad for them in the UK at this point. It's during the day, so hopefully they've got some time to watch it. Sean, the pitch, we saw it yesterday during pre-season. I mean, do you expect the players to take it easy on the surface, or do you think it's going to be pretty full throttle from the outset with it being Enzo's first game?
It's not really, like, all respect to the man, it's not really about Enzo. It's about these players here trying to prove a point, trying to make a statement, trying to stake their claim in this squad that will be announced before the Premier League season starts. So yes, Enzo will do his part, but now it's down to the players, and whatever the pitch is, you can't complain about it. You have to go out and play football. This is a fantastic pitch from when I was growing up. We either had that or concrete. So get on with it. Like, play football. You know how to play the game. Just keep your eye on the ball a little bit longer, because you know the surface, it might hit a bobble before it hits you. But other than that, they got to go out there and do their thing.
And for the younger guys as well, Scott, what an opportunity it is to be here as part of the squad. There's some players who have joined up with the first team, albeit the World Cup is on currently. We'll touch on our players and some players that have just joined us, but they seem to be enjoying every moment. We've seen them a lot through, you know, the hotel and various other moments. For them, it's a huge opportunity to sort of kick-start their career, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's an opportunity that they might not have expected, but because of the World Cup, like you just said, they've got the chance now to come here, get some minutes, which they will do, and to impress the new manager, because he's coming in probably not for too much of the young lads, but if someone comes here, impresses, has been impressing in training, then they've got a big chance to be involved when the season comes.
Yeah, absolutely. A bit of exclusive team news for you as well. Stephen Fooney and Divine Mobama start for Manchester City today. We'll have the full team news for you very shortly. Stephen Fooney, by the way, Scott, I mean, you would have seen him in training at points. He's so young, but he seems to be so mature in the way he plays, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely. I think first time I've seen him, I think he might have been only 16. He's obviously a big lad, but he got through straight into the tactical drills, and he was getting the ball in his 18-yard box, and he was dealing with it like he'd done it all his life. He was a proper mature defender with the ball, and obviously not seen him too much in the games, but from what I've seen in training, he's got a bright future.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of a man who's just committed his future to the club, a brand new deal for Phil Foden. He's captain today. Manchester City fans will be really, really happy to hear he is our captain. You'll be able to see the footage of him coming over, of course, to Scott and Shaun. What were you saying to him?
Well, we wasn't saying anything. He was worried about the captain's armband not fitting his arm.
I think he'll be
which
all right.
I can understand though, because I'm bigger than Phil wide-wise, right?
He'll be fine because he'll have probably used Bernardo's from last season.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think of that.
They must have had two. They must have had XL and the small, so he'll be all right with the small.
XS and extra small. XS.
Yeah, he did genuinely come over to us and say, I hope the captain armband's fit, but you could see he was really happy being the captain, and he's absolutely loved here in Hong Kong. We saw it yesterday during the training session. At the end of it, the fans love Phil Foden. Let's reveal the full Manchester City team news for you then for the game here. Enzo Maresca's first game in pre-season. In goal is Gianluigi Donnarumma, and then there is a start for Rico Lewis, Kushanov, Josko Vardiol, another player who signed a new deal, Stephen Fooney, the man we were just speaking about, Mateo Kovacic, Tajani Reinders, Antoine Semenyo, Phil Foden, Savinho and Divine Mobama. The substitutes are on the screen for you. One thing's to say, Scott, that is a very, very strong Manchester City side.
Actually, a little bit surprised how strong it is. I know it's Inter Milan, but it's the first game of pre-season. The lads probably haven't been back too long. They haven't had too much, probably too much training. So, to be honest, I'm delighted to see how strong it is, and because we know we're probably in for a tough game. In
the last era, Shaun, we were trying to guess what the team is. I mean, this one looks sort of similar, but is Stephen Fooney going to be one of the centre-halves? Is he going to play left-back? And then Josko Vardiol and Kushanov at centre-half with Rico at right-back. How do you see it
Well,
going?
to be honest, I hope it's not like Pep, because it really messes up my fantasy football team. So I need to know some people's positions, whether they're going to play or whether not. No, but like Scott said, it is a very strong team, and normally that first game of pre-season is mixed.
Yeah.
So it's normally you're weaker and you're stronger, and then the same in the second half, vice versa. But it is a very, very strong team, and I'm interested to see how Fooney plays. I've not watched him enough to say what Scott said, but I'm intrigued to watch him, because if he rises anything like Nico O'Reilly, we've got a hell of a player on our hands.
What's Stefan's personality like in terms of, because he's young, he's obviously went out on loan a little bit as well, and he's been there or thereabouts the first team. You forget how young he is as well. What is his mentality like in the dressing room when he's surrounded by the superstars that we have?
Yeah, I think it's difficult to see sometimes the personality, because they just come from the academy changing room. They don't really come into the first team dressing room. They normally just meet them in the meeting or on the pitch. But he's a really quiet, humble lad, and he was someone, even though I didn't spend a great amount of time with, got on really well with him and try to look after him, and I'm buzzing to watch him tonight. Yeah, absolutely. We have to talk about Phil Foden, captain today. We saw how much it meant to him. He was really excited to tell us that. City fans will absolutely love that as well. He's committed his future to us. We always rave about him. He's getting the love he deserves here in Hong Kong. But it's a big season ahead for him, isn't there?
Yeah, but you say it's a big season ahead. Every season's a big season ahead if you're a player in that calibre. Because no matter what you've done last year, people are expecting you to do the same or do even better. So he knows that coming into this. Everyone's going to say it wasn't a great season for him last year. But if you look over his stats, he created just as much, or if not more, than all the best wingers in the Premier League. Okay, they didn't score from it, but that's not on him. Like, he's created the chances, people have to put them away. So all that we missed from last year's Phil Foden was the goals going in the back of the net, in terms of anything else. So he will come back stronger. He will do the same thing he did last year, but I feel like it'll be a little bit better. He will have the goals involved now. Well, I'm hoping so, because I love the guy, innit?
Yeah, we all love him, absolutely. I mean, one thing's for certain, he's had a good summer. We've seen him, at Wimbledon, I think. We saw him at watching the F1 as well.
In that beige suit that he was wearing. The gold
he looked good in that, didn't he?
Do you know what? I didn't know he could scrub up that well, to be fair.
Do you know what? He's probably needed that. And he's deserved that, because 100. He probably, since he got involved with the first team, he's probably not had a summer off. Agreed. He's probably had 2-3 weeks every summer, and it catches up with you. So I was actually delighted to see, with the disappointment of the World Cup, after that, thinking about it, to think he's going to have 7 weeks off to put his feet up, switch off from the game, and to me, I think we're only going to see the benefits this season.
Yeah, like you said it. I mean, if you do look at his Manchester City career as a whole, he's never had that break, and you're absolutely spot on with that. So do you think that World Cup disappointment could turn into a blessing in disguise for him? Because
for me, 100%. Like I just said, I think sometimes you need to have that rest, that break, and these international players now, they're not getting the breaks that they should be getting. Even when there's no World Cup or there's no Euros, they're still having to play games in June, and it's not giving them the rest that they need to come back. So I hope Phil's used it well, and I hope he's come back fit. And if he has, then
Everyone's in trouble.
I think we're going to see Phil Foden at his very, very best.
Yeah, and we are in for a very good season if we do get the privilege of seeing that. Also, we've got the privilege of, before we head back to Manchester, speaking to Shaun Wright-Phillips, because he's been hot in the press.
Here we go again.
He probably thought he was going to get away with it, but of course he wasn't, because people who are tuning into Matchday Live today missed the coverage of Pitside Live, where we spoke in detail about our brand new dancer, Shaun Wright-Phillips. You can tell he's got the moves, he's ready to go. Shaun, congratulations firstly. We can't wait to see you on Strictly Come Dancing. Any idea who your partner's going to be?
Don't know who my partner is. I don't know what dances I'm going to do. I'm trying to snuff out all the questions that might be coming over the next few days. I don't know anything what I'm going to do.
That's no problem. Well, listen, we have got you sorted, because our gallery in Manchester have been spending some time doing some extensive Shaun Wright-Phillips research, and we've got some footage to play to everybody who is watching the show. And I tell you what, Shaun,
I'm really glad I can't watch it.
we're in really good
this is
hands.
South Africa.
He's in South Africa.
That was South Africa.
He's got a bit, you know, Scott.
I got a belly there, and I was mad stiff. I was very stiff there. Yeah, I need to be a little bit more flexible, don't I?
But
Come on,
don't worry, we've got...
I just love he just smiles and just laughs. I'm just watching his
Oh,
face.
look at the aura on that one. Listen, and that's not all. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Oh,
All
look
right.
at FG's. Watch FG's movements, please, everybody.
Just got told by the producer I'm stiff as a plank of wood, which is brilliant. But let's not focus on me. Have we not got another camera?
Very
Yeah, he's not even moving
Very
his hips.
stealthy.
His hands are on his sides, like.
We're a bit close to the camera. We'll move a little bit back. We were watching it on the screen. Fair enough. I did try and tee Shaun up for that, but the gallery obviously wanted to get me instead. Listen, Shaun, genuinely can't wait to see it, mate, and we're really looking forward to it. Thank you very much, guys. We'll be back to you from Hong Kong very soon. Scott, Shaun, pleasure as always. But for now, we're going to head to our studio. There's three legends waiting there for us.
Thank you, FG. Thank you, Shaun, and thank you, Scott, and thank you to all of you Manchester City fans, wherever you are in the world, for joining us as we begin the build-up to a brand new season. We are back again, and it is such a treat and joy to be with you as we bring you this build-up to Inter Milan taking place in Hong Kong, which is where you just saw Shaun, Scott and FG, and we are here in Manchester in our home Studio One, and I'm in great company alongside Steph and Paul. It's so wonderful to be back with you both. Before the team, Paul, have you had some nice little time off? Did we enjoy the World Cup? Did we enjoy Scotland in the World Cup?
Had a lovely time off. Enjoyed the World Cup. Didn't enjoy Scotland. But no, it's been great. It's flown by though. You know, I can't believe we're back in the studio already. It seems like 2 minutes with the last game of the season and the parades, and all of a sudden here we go again. It's brilliant now, isn't it?
It really, really is.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all been absolutely buzzing here as we've been building up just to get this first show on the way. Steph, great to be with you as well. You were doing a lot of coverage around the World Cup, just checking in for, you know, your own welfare. Did you get a little bit of time off, because we've got a big season ahead?
Yeah, it's a big season ahead, a little bit of a break, but yeah, to be part of the BBC and do the coverage of the World Cup, yeah, it's a moment that you have to take, and it was good. I think, like what Paul said, I really enjoyed the World Cup, even though the time difference was hard to be able to see every game. You probably want to watch back-to-back games, but to be involved in that and do games that with countries that you've probably not known that much about was a good experience. But yeah, had a little bit of a break, but ready to go again. And like what Paul said, the season comes around so quick, and I can't believe we're sitting here again with the first pre-season game.
I mean, it's incredible. Inter Milan is who we face over in Hong Kong, an opponent that definitely conjures up some fond memories. If you were watching right at the start, we got to relive that Istanbul game. I'm sure we'll touch upon that later on. Just generally, as we kind of are looking at the start of this season, I keep getting asked it by my friends. How are you thinking? What are you feeling? Enzo, obviously all change. Paul, generally, what are your thoughts and feelings as we look to this new season?
I'm excited. You know, we've had 10 wonderful years of having Pep, and we're sort of knowing each season what we're going to expect, as information-wise, and the players we've got. And I'm not sure Enzo's going to change that much, but he'll be doing his own little tweaks here and there, and want to bring his own stamp on the club as well. You know, people were talking about this being very similar to when Sir Alex left United and Arsene Wenger left Arsenal, but I think it's completely different because they didn't have the infrastructure that we've got here behind the scenes, you know, in the whole corporation. You know, Enzo, he knows the club, he knows the importance of the link between the academy and the first team, because he's worked in that space before he went into the assistant manager's job with Pep. And but he's a top manager.
Yeah.
And he will want to put his own stamp in it as well, Steph, won't he?
Yeah, without a doubt. I think that's what we probably need at this moment in time with the club. I think Pep did unbelievable in terms of giving us all the trophies that we wanted to win, but also he's left Enzo a very, very good squad. I mean, you look at the calibre player that's in this squad now, but those that are still resting from the World Cup, I think as a manager, it's so important to kind of stamp your authority in different ways. And I think from a playing perspective, I don't think there'd be that much change, because we've seen him do that with Chelsea, we've seen him doing that with Leicester previously in terms of he likes possession-based football, but I think there will be certain changes. I think as a player, when you go into pre-season, change is good. Sometimes it can challenge you, it can put you out your comfort zone, and maybe we really need that at the start of the season. And I think when you go away on pre-season, that's part and parcel of it. You are massively out your comfort zone, you don't know what to expect, and these games are challenging, especially when you're not really at full fitness.
Yeah, they are indeed. We're going to just look at the team that he's chosen to start the game with. As we know, there's going to be wholesale changes. We're also going to be digging a little bit more into our brand new manager, of course very familiar to all Manchester City fans, Enzo. We've got someone joining us from Italy who was working at Palermo, which is where we retired. So we'll be getting more of the inside scoop there a little bit later on. Let me bring in as well Amos and Matt. They are with us live on our wall here. Gentlemen, a very good afternoon. It'd be evening if you were in Hong Kong. First pre-season game. I'll begin with you, Amos. Just looking at that starting 11, how were you feeling, and what were the key standouts for you? Was it Phil Foden wearing the captain's armband?
I think that's going to be a lovely sight, isn't it? Even though it is pre-season and, you know, it isn't necessarily a competitive game, seeing him with the armband on, if it fits, as we saw him sort of fretting about a moment or two ago, that'll be wonderful. But no, yeah, fantastic. You know, you're looking at that starting 11, and I'm just off the top of my head, I'm counting, I think it's 5 players who are involved at the World Cup. I mean, you don't usually see that so soon after the tournament. Obviously, I know a couple of them went home early and they had their rest and they've been able to go on holiday. But, you know, that midfield of Kovacic and Reinders, that was starting a Premier League game. I don't think anybody would bat an eyelid, and the same for Kusanov and Gavardiol at centre-half. So, yeah, really excited to see the lads get on.
Matt, obviously, throughout this pre-season, we're really going to start to try and, understand what is Enzo wanting to do, kind of what's his formation, are we going to see some tactics? Are there any telltale signs for you in that starting 11 of maybe what he's trying with this first half team?
Yeah, I mean, in his press conference yesterday, he emphasised, he doesn't want to be copy and paste. He doesn't want to be, Pep Guardiola B. He's going to try and throw a few curveballs. He's going to put his own twist to things, and we're going to see a little bit of that today. Probably not going to see it properly till the Premier League season gets up and running. But I think it's quite telling. Kovacic and Reinders in there, maybe not an out-and-out holder midfielder. I was expecting to see Nico Gonzalez, so that's something that I wasn't really expecting, and maybe we'll see going forward. Who knows?
And is that the thing with these next few games? Obviously, we've got the K-Star All-Stars coming up on Wednesday, Atletico Madrid on Sunday. It's lots of games to get a sense of kind of who he wants to play where, maybe trying something a little bit different. And for a player, is that kind of, I guess, is it exciting that you go, well, anything's open here at the moment?
I think it's super exciting as a player when a new manager comes in, especially pre-season, because you want you want to put your mark down. You want to show them how good you are, not just for the established ones, for the young kids coming through as well. It's such a good opportunity for them. It's going to be interesting to me. I'm talking about Phil there in the armband, where he plays.
Yeah.
You know, is he going to, does Enzo see him as one of the wide players, or central midfield, or in the 10, which we know he loves to play, and we all love him in there. So for me, looking at, although it's pre-season, and well, it's the born answer is that it's all about fitness and making sure you get to the first game of the season, the peak fitness as you can.
Yeah.
But little tweaks like that, like the likes of Phil, where he's going to play, and not how he's going to use him in that as well, because I can see him being an integral part this season.
Yeah, I think Enzo said that as well. It is his job just to get the best out of Phil and see the best Phil. And when we do get the best Phil, he gets player of the season and can win us trophies. Also for players, Steph, it's a chance, I guess, to show the new manager and new coaching staff for you to, I guess, put yourself in the shop window a little bit and go, this is what I can do, this is what I can bring to the team. Will the players be feeling that almost like a bit of a clean slate, so to speak?
Yeah, without a doubt. And I think, I'm presuming Paul would be the same. Like when you go into pre-season, regardless if it's the same manager or a different manager, it's a new opportunity to improve as a player, but also you have to stamp your authority. And the competitiveness of our squad specifically is probably one of the best in the world, and I think this is an opportunity for those players that potentially didn't go World Cup or maybe got knocked out early to actually go, I've got more chance to be with the manager, to kind of really stamp my authority in my position and also try different things. And I think, especially with the case with Phil, for example, the captain armband, I think it's a sign of that Enzo knows how important he could be to this team. And I think his confidence was probably lacking a little bit towards the end of the season. So to be given that kind of, OK, you can lead us out in this tour specifically, I think for him as a Manchester-born lad, I think to do that for your own club, it should be a big boost of confidence. And alternatively, we will see the best of Phil because of that. And also other players as well. You look at Reinders, he had a great start the season last year, but probably didn't play as much. Kovacic was out most of the season injured. So I think for me as a player, the mentality is you've got every opportunity, not just in this game, but every training session going forward to really be like, I want to stake a claim in this squad. And we know that we rotate a lot because of the games that we have, but leave the best impression that you can do, regardless of how fit you might be at this moment in time. These guys are so well trained and elite athletes that it won't take them long to get to where they need to be because they don't get much time off.
No, not at all.
Actually, you're probably kind of at that level already. Just that little bit of sharpness will come over pre-season.
On Phil as well, he obviously signed his new contract as well. I'm guessing, I mean, Matt, would you put him, if you were to choose, obviously, as we know, we've lost a few big characters and leaders. We do like a leadership group here at Manchester City. Could Phil make a case to be in there for you this season?
I mean, absolutely. I think he's one of the longest serving players in the squad now, would you believe? I mean, I think a lot of us still see him as that 18-year-old coming through the ranks. But yeah, he's one of the main guys now. Like Steph said, he's leading us out in this tour. And yeah, I think as time goes on, he's going to become a huge leader. You've got Haaland missing, you've got Rodri missing. So yeah, it's his time to step up. And there's a lot of the academy lads there as well. They're going to look to Phil for inspiration, guidance as well. So yeah, it's a huge season for him. It's a coming of age season.
It really is. Actually, on the academy lads, Amos, and I don't know about you, but one of the things I love about pre-season is the chance to see these players maybe that, you hear mentioned. There's a lot of rotes about them. They pop up in articles about top 10 young talents. Maybe, Funi goes out on loan and you get to see a bit more of him. But for me as a fan, I'm really excited to see those players that you hear a lot about, maybe don't get to see as much unless you maybe watch the academy games on City Plus. Amos, looking at that squad, who excites you and are you looking forward to seeing?
Yeah, obviously, you look at the starting 11, there's only two of them in there. Mbama had a really good start to the season with Stoke City. He suffered a really sort of horrible injury midway through the campaign, and I'm actually, surprised to see him in there because it looked like it was going to be a really long-term injury, but it's great to see him back up and running. And Funi obviously went out on loan for the second half of last season as well. Looking towards the bench, players who maybe can come on and turn some heads. Obviously, Jeremy Monga is a really interesting one. Just arrived from Leicester City, had plenty of teams sort of sniffing around him. Mukasa had a few appearances with the senior team last year. And actually, I don't know if you can class him as a youngster. I guess you can class him as a youngster because he's still 20. But Vita Heiss, who we saw at the Club World Cup with City, played really well. Obviously, there wasn't a spot in the squad, last season. Goes out to Girona. By all accounts, has a fantastic season in La Liga. So it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, Nathan Ake has departed. John Stones has departed. Will there be a gap in the senior squad for him going into next season? And I'm sure we'll get a look at him at some point during this game.
Matt, any more for you? I mean, Echeverri is another one. Obviously, he was actually, with Victor Rice at Girona because his first loan spell at Bayer Leverkusen didn't quite go to plan. He's one I'm excited to. Any more for you?
Yeah, Echeverri, definitely. He's a player that, when we signed him, got that over the line a couple of years ago. A couple of clips I saw of him at River Plate, he looked exceptional. So maybe, hopefully, there can be a chance for him in this pre-season. But for me, Ryan McAdoo, hands down, for me, I'm most excited about him because the glimpses we got of him in the FA Cup last season, he was superb. Obviously, he got that goal against Exeter, and yeah, he just looks a really exciting player, fearless player. For such a man of such a young age, look at him there, just on the senior stage, scoring a goal like that at the Etihad. Nothing seems to faze him. So yeah, I'd love to see a bit more of him this pre-season, and hopefully he can play a good role in the season.
Yeah, we've just also played his goal there against Exeter. So many exciting young talents, as we know, the ever-flowing product line from the academy. Paul, when we speak about, obviously, the experience for Ryan there, just even getting a game moving up into the first team. What's it like when you get like a concentrated 10 days 2 weeks of being a part of the squad? Because it's one thing, isn't it? You make the jump on maybe the Friday, do the game Saturday, back down. It must be completely different when you're a part of the entire unit for such a concentrated amount of time. Even Pep, I remember saying last season, that pre-season he had was really, really important. It must be an amazing experience, but also vital for their growth.
I think the experience that these young players get is invaluable for them going away. Just the fact that you're away with the first team squad. And the biggest thing for me, look, there's demands all the way and there's standards all the way through the club. But once you get to the first team level, it's completely different. All of a sudden you've got your Phil Fodens demanding the ball off you. And, we all know how talented they are. But mentally, can you stand up to that at the same time as well? And it's just the opportunity they're going to get. I mean, you look back, was it 3 years ago with Rico Lewis? He went away in pre-season and Pep openly admit they didn't really know who he was, this young kid coming in, and ended up starting the season.
Yeah.
Last season, although Nico Riley was always going to break through, but I don't think anybody expected him to have the season he was going to have.
Yeah.
And that's off the back of an unbelievable pre-season and impressing the manager. So some of these kids, especially a new manager coming in as well, they've got an opportunity that they can really show Enzo Maresco that they're ready to do it DM, not just, as you said, coming on the Friday, getting a cup appearance on the Saturday or in a Carabao Cup game, but they're ready to do it day in, day out at the standards and the levels that they want to do it at. And I just think with a new manager, the tendency is to look at your academy, because I'm not saying it gives you a bit of a free hit, but the fans want to see it.
Yeah.
He knows how important the academy, the connection between the academy and the first team is, especially here at City. And I think there's a real opportunity for 2 or 3 of them to say, look, they can be in that squad come the start of the season.
It's funny, I mean, perfectly, and I want to get your thoughts on our new manager, but Steph Houghton, we were just chatting before we came live. He obviously knows a lot of these young players, which I think it's been such a smart appointment for so many reasons, which we'll speak about in a sec. But that's got to count for a lot for them as well, because it's also not a stranger they're trying to impress, because of that he came through our academy as well.
Yeah, massively. And I think with Enzo Maresca, I think even if you are the EDS manager, you're always looking at lower age groups to see who's the next big star coming through. There's always 2 or 3 that you're thinking, they'll be ready for me in 2-3 years' time. And I'm sure a lot of the boys that have gone on tour today are the ones that they think can make it into this first team. But I think when you get to that first team environment, it's a different world. I think you can get to that stage now where you're playing EDS games, you're playing the FA Youth Cup final. Yeah, the pressure's there to be at that stage, and the boys do remarkably well to be at this club at that level. But to stay in a first team that's won Champions League, wins trophies every single day, I think as a young player, I would look at it as if I just need to absorb as much information as possible. I need to watch the likes of Phil Ford and how he prepares, how he's so confident on the ball, how Ruben Diaz is the ultimate professional before and after training. How can you actually develop yourself as a player? And I think that standard that Paul spoke about was that any training session, you can't have a day off.
No.
You have to be on it every single time. And I think that's something that young players have to learn and you have to go through. But I think with Enzo coming in, he'll demand the best. And I think, but the players will do that themselves, especially when everybody comes back.
Yeah.
To be in that squad, you have to be at that level. And these lads can do it. And it's about opportunities and it's about taking your chances. And that's what happens in football. And this is the first game of the next 3 or 4 where you've got probably an opportunity to try and be in the manager's mind going into the season.
Yeah. Speaking of that manager, Matt and Amos, we're going to come to you a little bit later on in the show because we're going to bring you some pictures of the day here. This is what happened when, of course, our new manager signed for the club. Can I just say, and I am a little bit biased though, that's probably one of the coolest looking managers I've seen turn up at a club. On the jet, shades on. I was very impressed just off the back of how he looked, Steph.
Just more the shades on.
It was more the
actual,
shades, yeah. I was also one of them being like, I don't think I'd want to get in his bad books.
He looks refreshed, doesn't he? Ready to go.
But him coming, and he said it's the 3rd time he's come back, and he almost says it feels a little bit like coming home. Does that almost do a little bit of the work for him, Paul, in that he's not coming into a new environment, he feels very calm and settled already because of his past experiences?
He knows the club inside out, and the connection that he'll have with the likes of Ferran and the people that have been here from when he was here before. It's pretty obvious. I'm not stating anything that people don't know, that they've obviously kept in touch over the last few years. So he would have,
say that, yeah.
And he's obviously had an idea about what his plans are going to be, not just for the summer, but going forward as well. And people are saying what a difficult job it is to follow Pep, and it is. It's big shoes to fill. But I think I'm not saying it's an easy job. I think that everything's set up for him to come in and continue the good work Pep's done, but take that forward again now because he knows the club that well and inside out. He'll know the players.
Yeah.
I know a lot of the players have went on since the treble winning season, but it's just knowing the structure and how the club work from above.
Yes.
Some new managers go into a job and they get promised the world off the board, or they think they're going to get on the board. All of a sudden, 2 months in, it's not going quite as they planned. But he knows exactly what he's getting, and more importantly, the owners know what they're getting as well.
Yes. For those, I'm sure you do know, for those who do not know, he obviously coached our academy sides. He was then a part of the treble-winning coaching setup, so a lot of the first-team players there were familiar, but now he's back in charge. And when you mentioned his mentality, and you said about it's that whole thing that's been made out of these big shoes to fill, which of course we know. But I loved when he was first asked that question, Steph, he was that's a privilege. And it's a privilege that I relish, and I'm happy to step into those shoes, but I won't be replicating. I also want to do my own thing. When you get them little insights into where he's at, I was really impressed by that comment.
I feel as though if you're Enzo Maresca and you've been asked to be part of a Pep Guardiola team in that treble season as his assistant, the respect and the differentials between them both is already there, because as a manager, you don't really necessarily want the same person that thinks exactly the same as you next year in a dugout when you need to make decisions, because you need that challenge, you need that kind of purpose. But I think he's obviously been on his own individual journey with the likes of Chelsea, Leicester, the academy team previously, and he's got to this stage where there was always a sense that he was always going to come back at some point. Did we know when? Probably not, because I think we all envisaged Pep to be here forever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think you have to come here and you have to be your own person. I think when players sense that you are an individual and you're a manager that has their own ideas, you buy into it more. You don't want to be doing exactly the same that you've been doing, even though it has been successful. The way that people coach a manager is so much different. And I think it's really refreshing that he's come in. I think he understands what he can take from the club. He obviously has them relationships already with the owners and in the hierarchy. But now he can stamp his own authority and do it his way with people that he probably already trusts, which is half the battle going forward.
Yeah, I've been loving seeing just some of the clips coming out from his sessions. Been some great comments coming out from Gvardiol and Semenyo and Phil saying how much they're already really enjoying these early sessions. Someone who knows him a little bit better, especially from his playing days, I'd like to welcome onto the show, really delighted to welcome Simone Carini, who works for Design Italia. He's actually in Palermo. Buongiorno, Simone. Welcome to Matchday Live. You obviously were working at Palermo when Enzo was finishing his career there. Tell us a little bit about how his career finished and what you make of Enzo coming in as Manchester City manager.
Hi, good morning, and thanks for having me here. What I can say to you is that Enzo was like the Rodri of Palermo in his ending days of his career. He arrived in January 2014. It was strongly requested by our coach, Beppe Iachini, who thought that he had the vision and the quality to lead the game. Palermo in that moment was struggling to have a midfielder who can lead, could lead the game, and Enzo was like Rodri, like the person, the player who can bring a quality to the team and can allow Palermo to win games. Moreover, it was a guide for all the young players like Dybala that is still playing in Rome, and you can see his future as a coach because he had the vision. He can understood if the game needed to have a pace that is different, when slow down, when go forward. So it was really important for Palermo, and you can see his future as a manager.
He's worked under and with some great coaches, Simeone. And how do you think he's going to fashion this Manchester City side? Have you seen telltale signs of how he likes to play football? What does he want his team to play like, do you think?
I think working with Pep Guardiola shaped the mentality and the way in which Enzo is coaching his teams. Obviously, you know better than me that he had some important experiences in your academy and as assistant coach of Pep. But even if when he was ending his career as a player, you can see his ideas. For sure, playing in Spain with Sevilla in a style that was recalling like tiki-taka, you can understand that he want to lead the game in a technical way and also in a mental way. So I think that could be the perfect successor of Pep, and he can be a fantastic guide for young players because even at the end of the training, Enzo likes to stay with the young people and try to improve the technique, the way they pass the ball. So it is a coach that really believes in the technique of the players.
And of course, today our opponent is Inter Milan, Serie A title winners last season. Set to be an exciting game because they're a very, very strong team, Inter, and obviously on the back of a great season last season.
Yeah, absolutely. Here in Italy, they consider them again to win the title. They added John Stones that you know better than me in the last few days, but obviously having Lautaro Martinez as a key player in the forward for Inter will be really important in the next season. Obviously now Inter has a side in which the players who played the World Cup at the end, the last stages of the World Cup are not there, but for sure Stankovic, I have seen the shirt, or Bastoni will be key players. Stankovic is the symbol of the player that Inter is trying to add, young players with quality, mentality, and also a strong sense of feeling for the club. Since he was in Inter when he was young, he is the son of Dejan Stankovic, who won the Champions League with Inter. The Italian part of the team, like Bastoni, like Barella, like Di Marco, that is there to play the game, is the strongest part of the locker room, the part that guides all the players and make them understand what the Inter word means and what means playing with the Inter shirt.
And Simone, I just have to ask, because as we know, Palermo, we were there for a pre-season. They come under the City Football Group umbrella. They didn't quite get the promotion, but how was their season last season, and how do you think they'll get on in the coming season?
I think they were a bit unlucky in the last part of the season because they had some games in which they played better, but they couldn't assure the result. Filippo Inzaghi is a fantastic coach for the Serie B, has won the title so many times. So I think that Palermo has a great chance to win the title in the next season. They obviously Citigroup is investing very well in buying key players, but also in the structure. You went in Renzo Barbera, you have seen how the stadium is shaped, also the new training field nearby Palermo. So I hope and I think that Palermo can have a great season and win the title.
Well, grazie mille, Simeone, and thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Ciao. Wow, fantastic.
Fluent Italian there, mate.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
Man of many talents.
Thank you for mentioning
He
that.
went to Palermo once and now he's Italian.
Some really great insight there. And we'll mention John in just a second, but I just loved what he was saying about his different influences from Enzo, you know, from his playing days in Seville to how he was brought in as the Rodri. And then obviously, I mean, I think he's played under Pellegrini, who then brought him on as an assistant coach. The work he does with young players, we know the hierarchy and infrastructure don't mess around, but early days seems to be ticking a lot of boxes that I'm excited to see what he does at City, Paul.
It does. Look, it's obvious that he's just not a wonderful manager, but a very intelligent individual as well. You know, and wants to learn. And you know, going back to, we're talking about when he was here, but when he left here and he went to Leicester, he blew everybody's mind when he went down there. I know he got him promoted, but he's been very successful in his short managerial career already. The thing that impressed him the most, which maybe people make comparisons with Pep, is there was like, he said he was in the training ground at 6:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. You know, and his attention to, first one in, last one out, attention to detail and everything that he did, and then to take that on to Chelsea, which was a bit of a basket case of a club.
Yeah.
And then being successful and win trophies there as well. So it's so obvious through his playing career, and if you look at the latter end of his playing career, that he was planning already his coaching route and his managerial route from there.
Yeah, and we've got him now at the helm. It's going to be so excited to see throughout this pre-season how his team start to shape up, what he's thinking, what he's feeling. We'll be with you every step of the way. First up, it's Inter Milan, and we, of course, have an Italian in our ranks. What a first season he had for us last season. I'm sure he'll be coming up against some players that he's very familiar with, as well as some international teammates. Gigi Donnarumma. Well, while we were in Hong, we thought we'll take him for a little walk and we'll learn about Hong Kong and show him round. So let's see what Gigi got up to in Hong Kong.
Mamma mia. Tourists for one day. The food is amazing. Thank you. What is this?
Welcome guys, welcome to Hong Kong. I'm your tour guide today and I'm born and raised in Hong Kong. So please, if you have any question about Hong Kong, please feel free to ask. And then today we're going to do a very simple tour. We're going to have like barbecue pork, roast goose, and we're going to visit a temple and the J shop as well for the craftsmanship of Hong Kong as well. So I hope you guys enjoy. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So right now we are in Tam Ho Temple.
Okay.
In Hong Kong, you'll find a lot of like traditional Chinese architecture.
Okay.
We come here, we will bring flowers and fruit just like you bring gifts to your friend's place. And after that, we'll burn incense. When we're burning incense, we are greeting with God. Like you have to tell the God what is your name, what is your prayer, and where is your address. Because you're praying to God, you have to show you're sincere to burn some money for them. That's just the way we do it.
Amazing, eh? Beautiful, eh? Thank you. Come on. Thank you in China. Go inside. Go inside. Go inside. Tourists for one day.
It was a fishing village here. Fishing village. Yeah. So the fishermen will be parking the boat in here and go to the temple.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the wet market to experience the locals' life. So
broccoli.
A lot of like vegetable.
What is this one?
This is winter melon.
Winter melon.
It's huge, right? Look at that one, it's huge as well.
Winter melon.
Yeah, it's good for stew, slow cook, soup. Yeah, soup as well. Very juicy, very sweet.
Ma che figo. Mamma mia.
Have you tried that before?
Ah, che si ti ricordi?
Durian. Durian.
Durian.
Yeah, the most smelly food in the world.
Durian.
These are our money offering. We call Josh paper. So we believe that a person passed away, the spirit will live in other dimension. You want that person like have a good afterlife, you will buy this thing and burn it to them.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. This is.
Hold it, it's very heavy. Yeah, and touch it. That's why translucent.
Wow.
It's very...
Fantastic.
Yeah.
This is lucky.
Yes, Jay is lucky.
Sure.
Yeah. We're many.
Every Chinese baby will have a piece of jade. You can see I am having a piece of jade with me as well. Something like this, the baby will wear it.
Okay. I buy this one. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, really?
I buy for
good luck.
home. Yeah, for good luck.
I see. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Bye.
You see the kitchen inside?
Dutch.
Yeah.
Guys, please come here
Yeah, please join,
and
please
try the pork.
Yeah, you guys need to help.
Barbecue pork.
Okay, this is a very local area, an old area
Okay.
as well. And then now we're in a roast restaurant. We're gonna try our roast goose and barbecue pork as well.
Okay.
Yes, so please feel free
Yes,
to have a
let's
taste.
go.
Yes.
Wow.
My,
What is this?
Goose.
Okay.
You are very accurate. You are doing a good job.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yes. All right.
Try.
Oops.
Thank you.
Yay.
The food is amazing. Thank you.
Thank you for joining the tour. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
And then now we're back to the hotel. I have to ask that, is there any place that throughout the tour you like the best or left you the most impression?
The street,
Uh-huh.
market, it's fantastic. Yeah, my first time here.
Thank you.
Fantastic, amazing. Thank you so
Hope that you
much.
can travel to Hong Kong again in the future.
Sure.
So we can hear, I was just hearing about Paul Dickov's, food stories when he was over in China. We'll have to find them clips somewhere. That'll be great viewing. But we're bringing you the inter-team arrivals. This is them making their way into the stadium at Hong Kong, wearing what looks like a baseball-themed top there. Crossover of sports. I can bring you their starting 11. They've got Martinez in goal. They've got Pavard, Augusto, Bisek, DeMarco, Stankovic, huge name. Juve, another player that we'll all be familiar with. Mkhitaryan, probably my favourite player that plays for Inter. Barella, what a player. You've got Idrisu and Esposito as well. Complete their starting 11. And of course, with it being pre-season, a big old busy bench down there as well. Morello is a name that stands out to me. Bastoni as well, we just heard as well from Simone. He's a player to look out for. Lavelli, another great player. A really good squad, of course, coming off the back of winning Serie A. I did want to begin, though, with a player that we all know who is heading over to Milan. John Stones, Steph, recently has been announced as a new signing for Inter Milan. And again, I think all City fans just smile and it just fills their heart when we think about John Stones. A fantastic move, and one of them that I'm really excited for John, but really excited for Inter Milan in the player that they're getting as well, who is one of the best centre-halves in world football.
Yeah, they're getting one hell of a player and a really good person and a player that's got a lot of experience. So for Inter Milan, they must be thinking to get him on a free. It's a great signing for them, and for John as well. I think he's been here for a long time. Of course, we're going to miss him. We know how well he's done for the club, and he's a fan favourite, that's for sure. But I think that new challenge, that different way of playing, of course, still competing in the Champions League, so he's still going to be playing at the highest level. But I think we want John Stones at his best, and I think I wouldn't have liked to see him play for another Premier League team, to be honest, and maybe he had that in the back of his head. But to go to Milan, experience a different country with his family, but also to go and play in a team that we've seen over the last few years that are very physical, but also tactically very, very good. And I think he will really suit that mould of the way that Inter Milan play. So I'm really excited for him, but a little bit sad at the same time.
Yeah, we can welcome onto the show Dario. Welcome to Matchday Live. We first of all touched upon John Stones. Just wondered, what was your reaction and what was the reaction in Italy to the signing of John Stones?
Hi, everyone. We're really, really happy to have John Stone on board because it's a huge player for Syria. We couldn't believe it, and we had some rumors, but then we saw him signing in, and his presentation was really beautiful and nice. He was smiling. He had lots of positive energy. We're really happy. We can't wait to see him playing.
Really excited to see how he gets on there. He's got such a great brain as well, which I'm sure you'll make great use of. But of course, he's joining a team that won the Serie A. What did you make of last season, and how were the celebrations? It was another fantastic season for Inter.
Yeah, we had a great season. We smashed the Serie A, to be honest. But yeah, we didn't go well on Champions League, unfortunately. But that's why I think we are now signing players like Stones, who can give us a lot of experience in terms of playing big games. We have Akanji as well, so we're kind of like rebuilding the squad that beat us in Champions League final like 2 years ago. But yeah, no, we had a great season. We really didn't expect that because Kivo was like just a beginner, so we didn't have all this big expectation, but we came up stronger than ever, and we just won Serie A and Coppa Italia. So yeah, we're really happy.
No, and congratulations, of course, with the double there. How does this Inter team play for those that might not know? What kind of football can we expect maybe to see? It's pre-season, but what is their approach to games generally?
Well, we use the 3-5-2 as a it doesn't come up the English word on me, but yeah, we use this way of playing. We play a lot with the wings, but I think this year Kivo wants to try something different. We are trying to take new players, like people that can be able to dribble the opponent, which we miss, which we don't have in our squad. We are, there are rumors about another English player coming to Inter Milan. So from Liverpool, I don't have the name, unfortunately.
Curtis Jones.
In my mouth. Yes, Carson Jones, exactly. So I think with Carson Jones we can maybe like change systems, as him and Borrella can play maybe as two midfielders, and then we can have more attacking players on the pitch. But we are like really strongly defensively. I'm really happy about Stones, because I think what Kivu wants, it's like possession, and he wants to kind of like go straight forward to the attackers. So I think the idea is to make the game really quick. Don't do many passes, but just like just be really quickly to attack the area, the opponent's area. Like, so we'll see how it goes this year. But yeah, hopefully something will change in terms of like system, because we've been playing with the same system for many years, and I think our opponents now start to realize how we kind of like play. So yeah, let's see what is going to bring the new season.
Yeah, it feels we're in a time where you need a few different ways of playing. I mean, you've got the players to do it though as well. I mentioned Barello for me is someone who's just a joy to watch. Are there any other players that we should be keeping an eye on that you enjoy, or big names that are important for your team?
Well, of course, Pio Esposito, which is our Italian attacker. He's really young. He's really promising. There is also Mosconi, which is going to play, I think, today. He's a really good player as well. We have a few younger players stepping up. Stankovic, again, we just bought it back from Bruges. My favorite player is Akanji in terms of what leadership he brought, the clever way he plays. And I'm really looking forward to see Stones playing with him, you know. So to see such a, you know, like they think ahead, so they know already where the ball goes. They know how to deal with pressure. It's lovely to see them play. So Akanji for me is the player I really enjoy watching, and you know, I'm really happy he's on board with us now. And yes, so these are the players that we have this year.
Well, we're excited to see all of them on the pitch, and it's just great as well to get your insight. And thank you so much for joining us on Matchday Live. I feel there's a lot of love and respect between City and Inter fans as well, and it's great to hear you talk so fondly of them as well. So, grazie.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Cheers. Thank you. There we go. Right.
I thought that was Pep's long-lost brother there.
Yeah, it was like
a couple of earrings now. Yeah.
We'll be getting him on the coaching staff next. Right, let's go back then to Hong Kong. We're going to get some final thoughts from, of course, our wonderful FG. He's been alongside Shaun Wright-Phillips and Scott Carson. They're going to give us their final thoughts live pitchside.
Yeah, thank you, Kel. Welcome back. I mean, listen, we're in a fantastic viewpoint here of our players. They're currently going through their pre-match routines. They're taking shots. Scott, you're feeling a little bit nervous because if the squad do see you, they might potentially try and hit you.
Yeah, so I'm a bit worried. I keep on flinching, thinking someone's going to kick one at me. But just watching the shooting session, that was one thing that I do not miss. That was the biggest blow, especially for the third choice keeper before the game. You go back in and have a shower before the game, and you're not getting dry. Simple as that.
I mean, we're looking at our goalkeepers in goal right now, and they are really, really high level. But let's focus on the attackers. When you look at players like Phil Foden, who we're about to see now, with ease, constantly, different types of technique, putting the ball in the back of the net, how much confidence pre-match does that give you if you're shooting the ball well, if you're striking the ball well?
Yeah, look, there's no two words about it. It's obviously a session for the players to get some confidence. You can see where they're shooting from. It's not to give the keepers any confidence because they're obviously not playing. So, obviously as a keeper, my job was to try and do the best I could, and because I want to feel good for myself. But you just see the quality. Some of the lads. I don't think I've seen Phil miss. I hope you haven't spoke too soon.
No, you haven't. He's still scoring goals, Phil. He genuinely hasn't missed yet, I don't think. Oh, hello there. Thanks for joining us, Shaun. We actually thought we were going to have to do this without you.
To be fair, I was actually thinking about that as well. I wasn't going to come back.
Oh, you
wasn't expecting to see you.
Well, that's the first time Phil's missed. Shaun, shooting practice, you against Scott, how many times do you think you'd get the better of him?
I do love Scott, but I think every shot.
I'm going to have to get the gloves back out.
You're going to have to fire back at that one. He says he loves you at every shot.
Well, you got to back yourself, don't you? Just the same way as he would say, I most probably wouldn't score against him. You got to back yourself.
You'd score. I'd give you a couple.
See, he's still backing himself, exactly. See?
Listen, one thing's for certain, I remember watching you in the warm-up. quite often, and you were actually still very, very sharp. You say that's one thing you don't miss as a goalkeeper, being the third choice keeper, then having to have a shower, etc. For the younger lads in this situation on pre-season, it's a great opportunity for them, isn't it, to go up against the best?
It definitely is, but look, if you just look across, they're absolutely blowing, because it's tough. It's tough, especially in this not much air, and it's just one after the other, and then obviously Phil's just took it on himself to stay out for a few more. So,
Scott, I've always felt sorry for the goalkeepers in that situation, because it's never really like game related, and it's really the way they're hitting it. It's very close. It's closer than people think. So from the time the ball leaves the foot, it's hard. Like,
I think the thing, obviously, on a match day, just before kick-off, give the lads some confidence, let them score from inside the box or whatever. You've got no chance, but in normal day-to-day training, if they're doing this, you're not having it, you're like, look, it's not real, it's not this. Do it in a realistic
way,
angle, or do it sharper, or this. But before training, let them have it, just smile and let them score a few goals.
So you're saying when you were doing that, you were letting them score some of the goals, were you?
No, I wasn't letting them. Definitely wasn't letting them score. Let them score means there's a few gone in.
There's also a few saves as well from you. I mean, our players are heading back in. We're getting close to kick-off. They're in a black strip right now. And listen, speaking of brand new kits, I had the pleasure of speaking to Jay Vass about away shirts, and then we're going to roll that into the away kit launch.
We found a football shirt shop here in Hong Kong. I'm not alone, I'm with Jay Vaz. Good to see you, mate.
Great
He's
to see
also
you.
just set me a bit of a challenge.
I have. First of all, it looks like you're away from home. Right. So I want to see your favorite away kits.
Oh, well, I've been doing some searching and I found a good bunch. I'm sure the people watching on MATCHDAY Live and in the studio will be able to resonate with some of these. Let's start. Let's go all the way back, shall we, with the first advice. Red and black. This is a beautiful shirt, of course. Reminds fans of the likes of Sunji Hai and Nelka. The sweatband, you know, you used to wear the sweatband on your elbow at school when you were growing up. This is another one I've picked out. A bit more recent. This reminds me of probably like Adebayor, I'd say, De Jong, Barry, etc. Just the black kit. It's just clean, isn't it?
For me, that's Barry.
Yeah, it's a Gareth Barry like kit. I love it. Reminds me of a kit that we might see very soon. One thing that Puma did recently, which I really like, is they went back to sort of the first advice days. We always keep our heritage, you know, at the club, and
yeah.
I mean, this one just reminds me of King Kev, really, in the Bernabeu, scoring that goal with half a leg. He sacrificed everything for us.
Yeah. This is my favourite.
Now this one is crazy because I remember once I was on a shoot with a player and he was like, I would love to have a black kit.
Yeah.
And this came out straight after. It is absolutely clean as anything.
It's incredible.
This is a shirt that, it's just unbelievable. Obviously I have to go to this one to end. It was a kit redesigned for that Gillingham game. Paul Dickov, of course, scoring that vital goal in it.
Equaliser.
Love to see it. It was unbelievable. I don't know if this one will fit him though. This is a large. He'd need like a triple extra small because he's quite little. But one thing's for certain, what was great about this kit is Puma going back to the roots again. I saw my dad wearing the kit, which was unbelievable, and also got to see Paul Dickov absolutely everywhere promoting it, and rightly so, because that man is the definition of a legend. Shout out to Paul for this one. Also, the redesign of this kit was class. It's got De Bruyne on the back of it, and yeah, I mean, me and you had a lot of fun in Hong Kong yesterday as well, because we've been on the lookout for loads of cool stuff, including the launch of something very special. Take a look at this.
Hello everyone, FG here, and we are here at the harbour about to launch our brand new away kit with our amazing fans from Hong Kong. Make some noise! Listen, let me tell you, the Matchday Live segments in Hong Kong are going to be sensational. Our support's amazing, the away kit's amazing, and the vibes are amazing. And also, Scotty is around. He's on a side quest at the minute, as you can see,
I've just come for a 5 minute.
So what are you up to, Scotty? He's just having a breather because the fans love him, like they always do. I'm going to have to stand on my tiptoes with you in the future, but great vibes as always.
Like I said, we pulled in an hour early, and I asked, is there many expected? They weren't too sure, but you never disappoint in Hong Kong, do they?
Never ever disappointed. Great to have you here as well. It's part of the Matchday Live coverage. I know if you're watching the game on City Plus or whatever,
please show some love to Scott Carson and let's get him on Matchday Live a lot more. He's a ledge.
I love you! I love you,
We are going to welcome into the stage. We have an outstanding 25-26 campaign of the Canuck Cushion! Phil Spellman!
3, 2, 1.
Introducing our brand new away kit, modelled by our players. Take a look at the printing. Available in Hong Kong, limited edition. Do you like the kit? I just want to know what your reaction is.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good, there you go. Listen, let's make some noise for Kusha. Phil.
Where does this rank in kits? Yeah, it's up there for sure. It's a really nice kit.
Ryan McKenna, Phil Bone, and Abu Kushanov. Our away shirt is on sale right now. Please enjoy the rest of the activities. Thank you very much.
And there we have it. Wow, what an event Puma and Man City have just put on for the launch of the new away kit. That's not all, by the way. Take a look at the launch video here.
There it is, our brand new away kit, which I must say, big fan of. I'll be securing one of those. You'll be sure to do the same. We've not got long till kick-off against Inter Milan. First pre-season game. The new season has begun. Safe to say I'm buzzing, and I'm just so delighted to be back with all of you on Matchday Live and with Paul and Steph in the studio. We've got Matt and Amos with us on the wall. Should have pointed out before, Matt's got a great shirt on there as well. Quick thoughts on the new away shirt, and I must say the home shirt as well. I'm a big fan of, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, they're both beauties, aren't they? When that home shirt came out, I thought they can't top it, can they, for the away one? Especially, as you can see, I'm a big fan of this one. Not many can top that, but yeah, the black and yellow, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan.
Matt, as we're building up to the game, what are you excited to see from this first half? Because as we know with pre-season, it's probably going to be a whole new 11 in the second half. From this first starting 11, what are you excited and hoping to see?
Yeah, there's all sorts. I think the main one's got to be Phil Foden wearing that armband and just seeing him play football. It feels like it's been ages, obviously with the World Cup on and everything like that. The likes of Tijani Reinders, I want to see him maybe making a few late runs into the box. Savinho, Semenyo, I mean, they're Premier League quality wingers playing, so hopefully they'll light it up a bit. And I'm looking forward to seeing Rico Lewis as well, whether he's going to be drifting into midfield, like, of course, Maresca, brought into the team during the treble season. So I imagine we're going to see a bit of that. But just overall, just a bit of pre-season fun, couple of goals, that'll do me.
We touched upon Maresca earlier on, Amos, but I'd just love to get your thoughts on that appointment and what are your thoughts on the season ahead from our new coach?
Yeah, fantastic. I've been really impressed with, I'd say, sort of the transition period. Obviously, it happened. You came in. Obviously, you've got a massive job to replace. Well, I was going to say arguably, I think it's undoubtedly City's greatest ever manager, but it's been so calm. It's been so composed. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but he has spoke really well. There hasn't been any panic to it. And, granted, a ball hasn't been kicked of the Maresca era yet, but it just feels like it is under control, which I think as supporters is something that you're looking for in such a situation. And yeah, bring it on. All for it.
In the game, Steph, obviously, like you were saying, there's a lot about getting yourself up to, fitness, match fitness, getting the ball, moving in with your teammates and stuff. Will we also see, obviously, new tactics that Enzo will be wanting to implement to his team? Is that also what these games are for?
Yeah, without a doubt, and I think there might be one or two. I don't think there'll be a lot. I think even the Rico Lewis debate in terms of he always likes the full-back to invert, will that still be the same, or will we try and generally keep the width and have them as out-and-out full-backs? We're yet to see, but like you said, I think it's for the manager to try different things. It's for the players to try the things that the manager wants them to do, and also get relationships, get on the pitch, get out there with your teammates, and you probably see a lot of the players play 45 minutes each. That's what happens in the first game of pre-season. So for that 45 minutes, it's just about giving absolutely everything and getting the minutes in your legs. And of course, it's humid over there as well, so it makes it that little bit different. I think people probably back home don't realise how hard it is when you've got the added humidity as well as trying to get your first 45 minutes. But for the other players that have come back for the World Cup, it's probably going to be harder. It'd be like a training session. I think, imagine our training session's been really tough. It's going to be another training session for them and just getting back into the swing of playing for Manchester City.
I think if you are going to try something, now's the time to do it.
Yeah.
In the pre-season games. He's only wait till you're playing Bournemouth in the first game of the season and all of a sudden trying something different tactical that's a bit foreign to them.
Yeah.
If it is going to change a little bit, these games that are coming up are going to be invaluable for Enzo to see what the players can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're about to find out. Paul, Steph, thank you so much. Matt, Amos, thank you, gents. We'll be speaking to you throughout our show today and at full time as well. And thank you to all of you for joining us. So, our new season is underway. Final, looks like a party celebration is happening at the stadium. I'm going to hand over to Alistair Mann and Andy Morrison, the legend that is. I've got your commentary over on City Plus. So if you're not signed up, get signed up. You can do it per game, but actually, you can save a bit of money if you just do it for the year. But we'll be back at half-time, then at full-time. Thanks for watching. Come on, City.